What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. This is Andrew. And today, on a special Warehouse B episode, we are taking it all the way back to 1989 for No Holds Barred. What is up, everybody? Like I said, we are going to be taking a look at No Holds Barred today for Warehouse B, and kind of excited about this one. I haven't seen this one in a little while, and I just watched it again. Andrew just watched it again. Andrew, this movie.
Yeah.
If this is not just one of the most late 80s movies ever,
Yeah.
I'll kiss your ass. Like,
Whoa, brother, no need for that. But
yeah, that's not going to work for me, brother.
it's not going to work for me, brother. I actually got to see this theatrically when I was a 10-year-old.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was like, Mom, Dad, take me. And they didn't want to. So shout out to my Uncle Denny, who actually took me and my cousin Mike to see this thing. And I can remember the most impressive thing about the entire night was the trailer for Batman.
Yeah, for real, man. The movie, but yeah. Man, that trailer for Batman. Well, there's a lot of people who back then were paying money to get in the theater to watch the trailer and then leaving.
Yeah, I remember people doing that for Phantom Menace and things.
Oh, all kinds of stuff. Just watching the trailer so they can leave. Like, that's wild.
Yeah,
there's no way people could do that now, man. It's too expensive.
But at the time, I really thought this was a great movie. As a 10-year-old kid with no what's the word I'm looking for?
No knowledge, no understanding of what movies are.
Right. But yeah, it does have its faults, but this is still a fun movie as an adult.
Yeah. I was getting a kick out of it, man. It's like, this is bad, but also good bad. Just, I mean, all the little, some of the dialogue was wild. First of all, let me look up the bad guy's name. First of all, the bad guy. Brell.
Played by Kurt Fuller.
Thank you, Kurt Fuller. Okay, so I like Kurt Fuller.
Yes.
I like him in everything he's ever been in. But he's usually a really goofy guy, like a really squirrely, goofy acting guy. And he's no different here, but he's just the main bad guy. So it like fits, but it doesn't fit. You know what I mean? It fits this movie, but as a main bad guy, it doesn't I don't understand it. Like, he's such a goon or right hand or something. I don't know.
Yeah. His dialogue in this is
dude, jock ass. He calls Rip jock ass.
Yeah. It's almost like they were trying to trademark that word or something, because it's all through the movie. Yeah. There's a lot of weird shit in this movie.
And all, of course, the executives of TV. So basically, this failing TV company is trying to get Rip under contract because he's the one drawing ratings. And this guy who just took over a few months ago, who is Brell.
Yeah,
he's trying to save this company and turn it around. He just took over a few months prior, and he's already showing signs of being absolutely crazy. But he is just so sure that people want to see shit like Rip, like Hulk Hogan, and they start off. Basically, in the WWF, everything is accurate to the time. Jesse the Body Ventura's there, commentary, Mean Gene Okerlund's there. You got the WWF logo, the WWF belt. You've got all this stuff, but Hulk Hogan is Rip instead of Hulk Hogan.
And I felt like they missed out on the toy line, and maybe not the way this movie fared at the theater, but I felt like those big LJN figures, in the background. I felt like they should have had a Rip figure.
They should
have made all kinds of money off that.
Yeah. They probably could have, because didn't they do some Zoo stuff, or did they do that? Like, yeah,
Well, I'm not sure if he got his own LJN, but
he probably didn't. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so he turns him down, and he didn't like that very much. He turns Brill down. Rip turns Brill down, and Brill does not like that very much, and he just increasingly becomes even more psychotic as the movie goes. And, like, he just starts off with this as this crazy guy, but not really evil, and he turns into this like absolute sideshow freak of a Bond villain. Like, it's the weirdest shit.
He's basically kind of what Vince McMahon reminds me of.
He's 100% Vince McMahon in this movie. He's 100% Vince McMahon. And what Vince McMahon at the end of this movie is what Vince McMahon is in 2023.
Right.
I'm just waiting for him to get electrocuted.
Yeah. Yeah, all Brill needs is the mustache, the little pencil.
That little Snidely Whiplash little thing.
But yeah, he's to the point he actually hires a new marketing manager for Rip. She actually works for Brill, and reporting back to him and trying to seduce him to get him to sign with the company. Yeah.
Yeah. And in classic old school, like 80s TV or movie fashion, Rip is just too honest and too good and too charitable of a guy, and too handsome and muscular for this lady's, bad things and her deception to last. So she obviously defects on Brill, falls in love more or less with Rip, and turns to Rip's side because she just appreciates everything so much because he's so true. He's such a good person, a good man, an honest man.
This is Hulk Hogan we're talking about.
Much, not like Hulk Hogan actually is, but what you believe or want to believe Hulk Hogan's like. They're even going so far. He even goes so far in this movie to tape the wall from wall to wall because they got a room. Ended up the company sets them up as this hotel room, this motel room or whatever, and it's one bed. So they're not happy about this, and so he divides it so they can both share a bed, but they got a sheet that's dividing the bed. So now, in one very cheesy scene, they a lot of sexual tension between them, and she ends up going to bed. Of course, she's down in her bra and
frilly underwear,
and he's down in his short underwear, shorts, or whatever the hell they are, and they talk a little bit, and then she goes to bed, like she falls asleep, and almost immediately wakes up to him shaking the bed. And then you're like, and of course immediately your mind as an adult's like, what's this dude doing over there on the other side of the sheet? And I'm sure she was thinking the same thing. So of course she peeks around the curtain and gets all bug-eyed, and he's on the ground with his feet up on the bed doing these crazy fast push-ups, stops just tight ass, looks back, or like, and like were you waiting up for me, or so, I don't know, he said something stupid, but I'm like, what is this? Who fucking wrote this? What?
This is what, when Roddy Piper left to go with John Carpenter, and Vince McMahon said, hey, stay with me, I'll make you a movie. This is what you would have got, Roddy. Something like this.
Yeah, 100%. Roddy all tight ass doing really fast push-ups off of a bed.
In the meantime, you've got Brill doing his own tough guy competition on his network.
Yes,
and,
yes.
That's where we get Zeus, Tiny Lister, Debo from Friday,
the
President of the United States from The Fifth Element.
Yes, he's been on countless of things as the big cross-eyed muscle.
We're waiting for the showdown, and of course, Brill, Kurt Fuller, he's pushing for it the entire time. It shows up in a helicopter at his John Cena like charity event,
Yeah.
Although Hogan actually used to do those at the time.
Yeah.
But we get that final showdown and between Hogan and Zeus, but not before they like take out his brother and turn on I can't remember Joan Severance's name in the movie. I don't guess it really matters.
No.
But Joan Severance,
just go, yeah, for sure, definitely. Unlike some other love interests in these movies, she is actually a good-looking one.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think which one we do. Is it Time Cop? It was Time Cop and
no, it was Universal Soldier.
Universal Soldier. We were doing something. It was a versus, and the love interests. One of them was like they were both pretty, but not. It was just kind of weird. Was that time popping?
No, it was I Come in Peace with the
I
hair.
Come in Peace. That's right. Oh my God. I Come in Peace. Oh, why do this? Yeah, poor Dolph, man. This, on the other hand, she was a smoke show.
Yeah. You need to. Have you seen See No Evil, Hear No Evil?
Oh, absolutely.
You see more of her in that.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it's not evil. Anyway, so this movie, guys, if you haven't seen it, you have to watch it. 100%. Absolutely. You obviously get the big showdown at the end, and he punches him off the top of the scaffolding up there or whatever, and falls down into the center of the ring. Definitely looks like a very much like a spot that they would do now, just where it's cushioned. Yeah. Some AEW kind of spot.
Yeah, surprised there wasn't sparklers.
Yeah.
Then you got Brell tearing apart the control room for some reason unbeknownst to
he was just throwing a tantrum, basically. And then ripping shit. Yeah, he ends up getting electrocuted by the shit that he exposed because he threw a tantrum. Really though, just worth watching for the ridiculous dialogue and scenes, and
the 80s
and of course cheese, the 80s cheese. Of course, that's a lot of what wrestling was back then, but you actually got to, they really put, like, they've hot mic'd everybody, so you got to hear the grunts and the heavy breathing and stuff in the ring, and of course they added the sound effects for the punching, so they really Hollywooded it up. But
yeah, that scene with the limo driver, which to me is the best scene in the movie. What's that smell?
Yeah.
Dookie.
Yeah.
I was watching that with my daughter last night, and that entire time when he's got him, he's like that. When I wrestled with my kids, unbeknownst to me, I used to do that, and I think it's because I'd watched this movie so much as a kid
that you took on those the role of
Raging Hulkamaniac, man.
Absolutely. How about the scene where he's chasing down that would-be rapist on the motorcycle and ends up like plowing into him and giving him a ride? What a ridiculous tree. Yeah, you me in the tree, buddy. And what would you rate this thing?
Out of 5, I'm gonna go 2 3/4.
2 3/4.
I don't think it's a 3. I think it's it's a bright Hollywood movie, and there's a lot going on. It's well shot.
Yeah, it is. It is well shot.
Thomas J. Wright did this, and I think the biggest thing he ever did, he directed Second Unit, I read, on Beverly Hills Cop. So he probably did a lot of the action scenes. So this was right up his alley. I think he also worked on like Howard the Duck. So he'd done some cheese too. So,
what was the distribution of the Shane Company? What did you say it was?
Yeah, I watching the credits last night. The distribution by the Shane Company or something.
The Shane, yeah, like
it's
what?
Near the end of the credits. It's really funny.
Yeah, this is pretty funny. WWF, Vince McMahon, the Shane Company.
Yeah. What would you give this ratings wise?
I'd 2.5. 2.5. It's I mean, on the Warehouse B scale, it's a 2.5 even. I still think it's worth watching every now and then if you just want some really goofy, funny stuff. 80s, and you got a little wrestling into it, and yeah. I don't really have a lot of issues with it. It's one of those so bad it's good kind of movies. It's definitely not the worst Hulk Hogan movie out there. No. So
it's probably first or second best.
It might be the first or second best. Yeah, for sure. So I mean, it's got that going for it. I'm not. I can't do it. So if you haven't seen No Holds Barred, we do recommend it. It's going to be falling middle of the road for you, but I think you'll find some, if you like old 80s movies and you haven't seen it, I think you'll find some entertainment value just in the cheese alone. If you're an old wrestling fan and you haven't seen it for some reason, I still highly recommend it just for the old cartoon rock and roll wrestling type era kind of shit. And you can find it on Tubi right now for free. So that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So, any final thoughts for you, Andrew?
No, I thought it was a fun movie. I liked all the wrestler cameos in it, which we didn't really talk about much.
No, we didn't. Stan Hansen's in it.
You got Pete Doherty, the Duke of Dorchester, who was in there as one of the guys. The guy, I think he was scrubbing his teeth with a toilet brush or something. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know what that was all about. That whole scene was really weird, and the guys were like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and he's like, oh, yeah, I need to go to the bathroom too. And they were just utterly disgusted by the bathroom in there. And
what do we got here?
Yeah, what do we got here? And of course, Burrell, who's sitting there, this is exactly what we need. This is perfect.
You're sick.
Yeah, you're sick, man. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. If anything, you'll just enjoy the crazy ass dialogue, and you will recognize a lot of the supporting actors in this as well. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else to say, go watch this movie, because it's definitely worth your time. It's only like an hour and a half, so it's not that bad. We'll see you next time.